This is Revelation 22 and 18. And it says, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book." I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatir from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And the reason why I brought this scripture out, watching a few videos and stuff with law enforcement, with these body cams, I've noticed that Esau, bad Uncle Esau, is a master of tampering with evidence. Okay? And so I was curious about the word tampering. So I got my little Black's Law dictionary here, and let's hear the technical term of tampering. It says law, or in law, improper or illegal alteration with evidence or documents, meddling with a witness. Definition 2, quality control, adjusting a process continually in order to compensate for output variations. Ooh. And that's what bad Uncle Esau has done. It says improper or illegal alteration with evidence or documents. Is it this Bible? Evidence and documents, a series of documents about our laws, our statutes, our commandments, our history, right? A book of prophecies. Meddling with a witness. This truth is a witness. That's why we go out and preach this word. This truth is a witness to everything that is completely contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. And see, this is a heavy crime according to the Bible. All right, let's read that again. Revelation 22 and 18. And it says, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, that every man, not just Israelites, but all you nations, okay, hear the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life, out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. He which testifieth these things says, Surely I come quickly. Amen. Even so come. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So even the Bible is telling you that tampering with this book comes with a very heavy offense. Now let's get the fancy phone.
According to criminaldefenselawyer.com, the U.S. government takes tampering with evidence very seriously. A person who is convicted of the crime under federal law may face a prison sentence of not more than 20 years, a fine, or both.
Woo! 20 years. It said the U.S. government takes tampering with evidence very seriously. Okay, so if under man's law, you can get a fine and be imprisoned up to 20 years, how much more the Bible, which bad Uncle Esau, you have heavily tampered with the Bible. Heavily tampered with the Bible. All right. Let's go through some of your crimes as far as tampering with evidence. Okay, you've taken out the Apocrypha, which is a heavy offense. Okay, this is why people are so bugged out about certain doctrines as far as the Gentiles, salvation. Okay, you manipulate words, and like I just said, Gentiles, Grecians, when it's really supposed to be Hellenists in some cases. What's another one? Oh, what's that in Exodus or Deuteronomy? Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. When clearly, when you go to the blue letter and look that word up, it says, "Thou shalt not abhor a Syrian." And the reason why that is when you read the scripture, you know that Abraham came out of that land. And see, the Lord is going to hold you accountable for tampering with evidence, just like you hold people accountable in major, as it said, federal crimes of tampering with evidence. The Lord is going to hold you to that same standard. You're trying to even though you can't do it, you're you you have tried and still are to this day to damage the credibility of the scripture. But the thing is, you can't. No matter how hard you try, you still can't. As the scripture says, that Psalm 12 and 6, it says, the words of Yahweh are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of the earth, purified 7 times. And we all know 7 is a symbolic number for perfect completion. Okay? So it doesn't matter how much you try to tamper with the evidence and the truth of this Bible, the truth is still going to shine through. I don't know what that is. That's bugged out. Right? This truth is still going to shine through because, as the scripture also says, that you can't do anything against the truth, but for the truth. All right. But for the truth. And that's for the truth. Why is it not coming up? But it doesn't matter. But that's the scripture pretty much word for word. For we can do nothing against the truth. You can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So it doesn't matter how many scholars that you have in your pocket that can sit down and alter the Bible and say, well, we'll pick and choose what we want to put in so it fits our narrative. See, it doesn't matter what you try to do, bad Uncle Esau, no matter how much you try to tamper with the evidence, the fact still remains is that this is the truth of the word. And in 2 Corinthians 13 and 8, it says, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Okay? As the scripture says, all this stuff you minus you're pretty much laboring in vain. That's not it. But it is true. I'm trying to find it. But the fact still remains is that everything that you're doing to alter this truth is in vain. All right? How are you going to destroy what the Most High made? Let me put it on pause real quick and find. Not sure if this is the one I was looking for, but it is a good one. This is Ecclesiasticus, sometimes referred to as Sirach 34:1. It says, the hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools. Okay? And that's bad Uncle Esau. That sums up what this guy has been doing with tampering with the Bible. Because if this guy knew anything, if he had any type of understanding, he would know that you cannot subvert the word of the Lord. You can't undermine prophecy. The scripture clearly tells you that his word accomplishes that which he speaketh. It doesn't come back to him void. So it's no way you can stop what the Lord has predestined in this divine movie. Okay? And to think so, the scripture says it's vain and false. And dreams lift up fools, because this guy's dream is honestly to live forever, to be on top, to rule forever in a world that's completely godless. But that's not going to happen. Doesn't matter how much you manipulate words and try to pump out false doctrines and manipulate things to deceive people. It's still not going to work. Okay, the mere fact that we have woken up to this truth, and that this word, the true 100% unfiltered, uncut doctrine, is being preached and scattered across the whole world, hey, that already means that you failed at your job. But see, you being the devil that you are, you got to continue to do it in vain, but you got to continue to do it. And in the end, the Lord is going to show you that all your work was in vain. And just like the penalty in man's law is a fine and 20 years, you better believe when it's time for you to ante up, bad Uncle Esau, for all the wickedness that you've done, especially tampering with this word, you better believe the Lord is going to have a much worse punishment than 20 years and a fine. So that's all I wanted to say on this. I hope you all were edified. Until the next time, we're going to say shalom.